Hey, it's Heather, and welcome to another adventure in gardening. So here we are at the end of week 5. So what did week 5 give us? Well, we got a lot of snow. We got about a foot of snow here. So most of this week was about cleaning up and, making sure we had all of the ice and snow cleared outside. Also, the groundhog did see his shadow, the little stinker, right? I still say, why trust the groundhog? I think skunks are much more predictable, and I think, we should take and wake up a skunk the first week of February, and if he sprays whoever wakes him up, 6 more weeks of winter, and if he doesn't spray, then spring comes right away. But anyway, whatever happens, who knows what's going to happen, but spring is here in my heart right now because I got 2 more seed orders in that I'm going to go ahead and open right now. So the first one, I'm pretty sure I only have 1 packet in here. This is from a company called Outside Pride that this is actually the second time that I have ordered from them. The first time, so they do a lot of different kinds of seeds, but I think that they specialize in what we would consider to be native. Now, native means to your region, and they are located in Oregon. But I think native, like that, that type of plant that we would consider to be native, they carry those things. And the cat just got in my lap. All on my stuff here. Anyway, and grasses and things like that. So wilder types of things. That's the word I was trying to look for. Wilder types of things. The last time I ordered from them, I got teasel. It was impossible to find anywhere else, and I just wrecked their envelope. By the way, they were so quick in filling my order, which was fantastic. Not that I needed it that quick, because I really didn't need it that quick. Oh, yes, okay. So they had milk thistle. Okay, now I know I could probably go out somewhere in the woods and find some milk thistle seeds, but you know what? I just wanted a packet of milk thistle seeds. Now, this is going to be one of the herbs that I'm going to learn about this year and make into medicine, okay? So specifically, so if I am learning an herb to make into medicine, it's because I have a need for it, okay? I don't just think, oh yeah, let's grow this for whatever reason. That doesn't relate to me. No, everything that I grow relates to something that I am looking for some help with. And so milk thistle is good for detoxing your liver, okay? So I'm very much looking forward to growing this. So the other, let's see if I can open a little quicker. All right, this is a plastic envelope. This is from Fruition Seeds. They are from Naples, New York. And I have been following Petra on social media for a while. I've seen their displays at garden center shows. She is just adorable. I mean, just adorable. I really like her as a business person. So I make sure that I order a couple things every year from her. And she's the one that I got the Bare Necessities kale from, by the way. Oh, look. Isn't this nice? She gave me a little 10% off coupon here. Oh, and on the back it is a little planting schedule. How nice. Okay, let's see. What did I order? Oh, yeah. All right, again, here's another one that I'm going to make into medicine this year. And yeah, you can find this probably in the woods in Connecticut, but I just wanted a pack of seeds, so I got bone set. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, we're really making medicine. Ashwagandha is something that I take on a regular basis, so I got ashwagandha. I'm going to grow this one. I've done a little bit of research so far, and because I've never grown ashwagandha, I have been taking it for a while though, and I'm going to grow it in pots. That's how I'm going to grow the ashwagandha. Oh, okay. I've never grown nigella before. This is for the cutting garden. And double take cosmos. All right, so those are the seeds that I got this week, and both of the orders came in it was like within a week after I placed the order that I got the seeds. So highly recommend them as companies to do business with. And the other company that I have not ordered anything from yet this year, but I love them. I think I ordered, it was one of their clearances, and it just kept popping up in my Facebook feed. And it is Gilbert Wild and Son. This was a few years ago, and I think I got like 100 daylilies for X price. I forget. Every single one of them was wonderful, and they came and grew into wonderful plants that bloomed the next year. So if you look in their catalog, I mean, they just have tons of daylilies. So daylilies, I mean, they do a lot of other things. Daylilies, hostas, dahlias, okay? So I highly recommend them, and I have nothing to do with them other than I'm a fan, okay? Okay, where's Priscilla? Are you seriously sitting on my list? Oh my gosh. She's like, I don't care. I don't care at all. Okay. All right, this week, so I've been dreaming about dahlias. My daughter got me some new dahlias for Christmas. Of course, I got a certificate saying that they would be coming later. But some that I have been like wanting for years, so I'm super excited about them. And I've been fussing with my dahlias that are in storage downstairs, and looking through photos of past dahlias that I've grown. And I'm like, you know what, I think, and I've been planning for, you know, different things in the garden. And I've got 3 dahlias from last year that I'm like, you know, I'm going to wake them up and I'm going to do a little propagation. So I went and got them out of storage. I put them in trays with soil, leaving the roots, the tubers exposed, okay? And we'll see how long it takes for them to, they're on a heat mat. This is a great application for using the heat mat long term. And so the idea is going to be that they're going to start to wake up, and then I'm going to be able to take little cuttings, kind of like with a scalpel. So I will have you come along with me when it's time to do that procedure. But right now, all I've done is wake them up. There's a red one that, these were very, very small tubers when I dug them last year, and that's why I'm like, I want more of them. So the only way that I'm going to get more of them anytime quick is to take, and Priscilla? Yes. The only time I'm going to get any more of them is to do some propagation by cutting. So there's a red one, and then there's two like dwarf container ones. One reminds me of a water lily, and I lost the tags long ago. And then the other, hopefully I'll be able to show you some pictures. Hopefully Editing Heather will have found some pictures to show you. I wanted to show you an update on the pea container. So I cut them down once, and this is, what are we, like 2 weeks after I cut them? So it looks like I'm going to cut them, and hopefully in 2 weeks I'll have another growth like this. So I'm using these in salads right now. All right, so behind me, like right next to me, okay, this is size comparison. This is my Ponderosa lemon tree that I think I've had it for about 10 years. Okay, now I got this one at Logie's, and I love this tree, but you know, the thing about it is any of the citrus trees that I have purchased have been like, I don't know, they're obviously they're cuttings, and they're just gnarly, you know, and I really wanted a couple of standard citrus. Now standard means one stalk and then it splits at the top, okay? And that is definitely not this. And I think, and I'll show you a different clip, a different view of this plant. I don't really think it's ever going to really look like a tree. It's always going to look like a bush. So I did a little experiment, and I saved the seeds. It was 2 years ago, or maybe it was 3 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago now, and I grew them from seed. So, and I left them up there. Okay, so about 3 years ago, I decided that if I'm going to have standard lemon trees, that I'm going to have to grow them from seed myself. So I think I ended up with I started out with about 30 seedlings. So this seedling is 3 years old. Now, last summer, I picked 4 of the best looking of the Ponderosa lemon seedlings that I thought were the straightest, that had that one, leader stem to them, and I potted them up. All right, these guys are from the same batch. Okay, so this is what happens when I potted. I left these. I have, I don't know, 8, 10 of these that are still in these pots, and obviously their growth is slowed and stunted because they're still in these pots. And I did 4 like this. All right. Now only 3 of them have the one stalk. Here's number 4 that branched out, but what a cute little tree. Now it's a standard all by itself, but it's split at the top. To get these guys, I'm not going to cut the tip to get them to branch until they are a certain height. So I'm just going to let them continue to grow. Hopefully they'll continue to grow like this. Now here's my problem. This is very, very common with citrus trees indoor. We have been using our oil furnace a lot this year, and the air is very dry. And I feel like the sunroom really hasn't gotten as cold as it has in the past, so my citrus trees are really not as asleep as they normally are at this point, and neither are the critters. We have spider mites and we have scale. The scale, not so much on these bumped up ones, and I didn't see any scale on this big Ponderosa lemon here. So you see the second lemon right there in the pot. So here's how I treat. Now, listen, new plant people, I know this is a freaky thing when you get bugs on your plants, but bugs are part of having plants. So knowing what to do without going in and killing yourself in the process with pesticides. Okay, there are ways to handle these things. You sort of have to learn to be at peace with control and not eradication. Okay. With that said, here's how I handle it. I use a spray bottle with water and dish soap, and I put all of these little seedlings in the sink, and I've done this to big plants like this one right here too. And I just spray the entire thing down, and I rub the leaves as I go along, okay? And now that I know this got out of hand. I didn't know that this was a problem because, I just run through and give everything a quick watering. And it was at a turning point, it really was, because you can see on the leaves on these big guys, do you see the little specks there? That's bad. Okay, that is spider mite damage. Now I've removed all of the leaves that were down here. I do have new growth that has started here at the top, and I will just keep removing these lower leaves that have damage on them. But in the meantime, I will continue to use my spray with the soapy water, and I will also be giving them a regular plain water spritz now and again. Okay, so that's how I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to stay on top of it, and everything's going to be fine. So that's a wrap. That's all I've got for this week, and I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you're doing to keep your hands busy this time of year, or maybe it's warm weather where you are and you're out in the garden, and in that case I would really love to hear what you're doing. And hey, why don't you subscribe so that we can stay in touch and you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.